Hello all you peeps and followers, welcome back to Let's Play Kirby Superstar. In the last episode, we finished up the last 3 planets and got the last 3 stars awakened. All that's left to do now is to go to Nova and ask him for help to stop the Sun and Moon from fighting. I'm not gonna waste any more time. Let's get into it, shall we?
Ready? I will grant you one wish.
Well, I want to control Popstar!
Okay, 3, 2, 1, blast off!
I did it! All went according to plan! I got the Sun and Moon to fight, I got you into space! It was all according to my perfect little plan. So now, Popstar is all mine! All mine! Now I can cause all the mischief I want! Ha ha ha! See you later! Can I just say at the top of my lungs, betrayal! Betrayal! Betrayed me! Marx has double-crossed us. He made us go into space, gather the power of the 7 stars, just so we could awaken Nova, so he could steal our wish and take over Dreamland. We're not gonna let that slide. Not by a long shot. Marx, you're gonna pay. The Sun and the Moon are gonna try and stop Nova from attacking Popstar, but the only way to end this is to go inside Nova and take it to Marx. Take the fight to Marx, I'm sorry. But I've wasted enough time. Let's go inside Nova while the Sun and Moon hold off Nova and take the fight to Marx. Ride the starship made from star power into the heart of Nova to stop Marx's evil plan to take over Dreamland. You move with the control pad and you fire with A, B, X, or Y. You cannot collide with any objects, otherwise you'll take massive amount of damage. If you have 2 players, you can have a helper shoot out the area and all the enemies in the stage. But since I'm doing this solo, yeah, it's just gonna be me and Kirby on the starship. And how funny it is that this part of the stage is a shooter stage. When I played this as a kid, it always excited me for some strange reason. Mainly because I like shooters. Side-scrolling shooter games, I guess. You have to watch out for some of the enemies because they will shoot little beams of energy at you, and some of them will get faster and faster as you progress throughout the area. Don't collide with any objects, otherwise you'll take massive damage throughout this area. Now it's going to move faster. Oh! Crap. Okay. And here we are in the heart of Nova. You have to destroy these columns in order to damage the heart, basically. And some of them take a multitude of shots just to get rid of, but as you do so, it moves faster. And there's a certain pattern to destroying some of these columns. Oh! Just keep your eyes on each of the columns as they fly by, and watch out. Oh god, I'm about to die. Oop! Managed to destroy that one. Now, gotta wait for them to go backwards so I can get the others. If the ship gets destroyed, you just start over from where you last slipped off. If I die right here, I'm just gonna start the battle over back at the beginning of the heart of Nova. And I have to destroy all the columns again, piece by piece. And there we go! All done! Alright, with Nova out of the way, it's time to take on Marx. And I'm gonna go with Plasma on this one. And what am I thinking? I don't need no helper for this. Screw my helpers. I'm gonna do this my way. We're gonna equip Plasma Wisp. And there is Marx. Marx begins the battle by shooting out little crescent energy beams at you. Then, after a while, he'll fly up into the sky, drop down little seeds which will shoot off bramble thorns, which will do some good damage. And after a while, he'll try and zoom up from the ground. Listen to him laugh. You make me sick, Marx. After a while, he'll step to the side and shoot off little arrows. If you get caught in the arrows, they do some good damage. Also, he'll try and drop down an ice bomb to freeze you. Don't get caught in it. And on occasion, he'll be firing his laser. Jump out of the way, otherwise you'll take massive amounts of damage. One of his other attacks is he abuses his teleporting. And on occasion, he'll form this black hole. If you get caught in the black hole, it does massive amounts of damage. Marx is one of the hardest bosses in this game for a good reason. And yeah. Just dodge his attacks, keep attacking with some of your best abilities, and eventually you'll go down. He'll come down. I'm going back to Plasma. He's flying back up to launch more bramble thorns. Oh my god, can I beat this boss with little health as I do? I bet I can. Got him! You're done, Marx! And he flies straight into Nova. And Nova blows up. Oh well, we had to sacrifice Nova to do it, but it was worth the effort. And Kirby flies back to Popstar, and the sun and the moon are friends once more. The end. We did it, you guys. Whew! And here we see Kirby enjoying his well-earned reward. A nice little tuck in his bed. All tucked in and passed out. Sleep well, Kirby. You definitely deserved it, little buddy. But with all that, ladies and gentlemen, we have beaten Kirby Superstar. This is one of my favorite Super Nintendo games of all time to play through. I come back to it every often, and I love it. Oh, almost forgot. Masahiro Sakurai. Thank you, Sakurai, for making this pink balloon fluff ball. Kirby is one of my favorite video game characters of all time, and the whole entire love for Kirby started with this game right here on Super Nintendo. I have loved this game, I have tolerated it, I have had trouble playing through it many times, especially when it came to games like The Great Cave Offensive, or trying to get through Meta Knight, or trying to get through Milky Way Wishes, but through it all, I love this game. But I have some other closing statements I want to make at the end of this LP, but I'll save that for later. Overall, what do I think of this game, even after 15 or 20 or so years later? It's still a good, enjoyable, and playable game. Sound composer Jun Ishikawa and Dan Miyakawa. Very awesome music and great sound design. But anyway, yeah. Overall opinion of this game after all these years? It's still great to come back to and play. It's still a fun game, especially if you have 2 players to play it with. You can play through Spring Breeze with 2 players easily, Dynablade, Revenge of Meta Knight, The Great Cave Offensive, and Milky Way Wishes, and the extra games such as Samurai Kirby and Megaton Punch are always a blast to play through. Graphic-wise, for Super Nintendo standards, this game is just adorable and cute. And the various stage designs are nicely done, but some of the enemy placement can be really, really, really dickish at times, especially if you go through certain doors. Oh, I love this little transition right here. Now we're in outer space. It's beautiful. But yeah, the enemy placement can be a bit of a hassle, especially when you get to later games like Milky Way Wishes, like what you saw me struggling through, as well as Satoru Iwata. May you rest in peace. And thank you, Shigeru Miyamoto. And hey, look, there's a Mario cameo right there. Hiroshi Yamauchi. May he rest in peace as well. But overall, Kirby Superstar is a fantastic game to play on Super Nintendo. You owe it to yourself to add this into your library. But that wouldn't be a problem if, well, I'll save that for closing statements. But anyway, Nintendo Ltd. HAL Laboratory Incorporated. Although we finished with the main game, ladies and gentlemen, there is more. There is a crap ton more to this game. There's an extra mode. And there goes Kirby. But yeah, overall, Kirby Superstar is a fun game. I'm not going to give it a rating because I can't think of a good rating to give it, but if I had to, I'd give it 3.5 out of 5 stars. It has some flaws, especially in this day and age, but overall, it's still worth playing. Although we've beaten the main game, ladies and gentlemen, a new game has opened up. The Arena. Basically, this, ladies and gentlemen, is Boss Rush mode, where we take on all the bosses and challenges from all 5 to 6 games. But I'm going to save that for another time. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me play through Kirby Superstar. If you haven't played this game, you need to play it. Download it on the Virtual Console, find a used copy of it somewhere, and yeah, just play it. I'm Leo Hightower, and I will see you guys when we take on the Arena in the extra episode. Until then, God bless, and happy gaming. Thank you for watching.